sorry about that. I'm Patrick Johnston, go DominicanLife.com and Terrenaslife.com, your real estate company here in the Dominican Republic. Back for another video to talk about things that I believe you should do when you first decide to relocate here. Let's call it the first 90 days plan of action, okay? Number one absolutely is to set up your banking. The reason for that is simple. Don't do what I did. I'm telling you what to do. When you arrive in the Dominican Republic, you have a chance for the first 90 days of your arrival, stamp in your passport, to set up your bank account here in the Dominican Republic. If you did what I did, and don't do that, you must leave the country and come back in and get that new fresh stamp in your passport to start your banking process in this country. For me here, what I ended up doing with that is I drove from here to Haiti, went to Haiti across the border for 5 to 10 minutes, came back in, paid my stamp, and then did my banking. So it's always best, even for the guys watching this video right now, is you need to do that, because otherwise you will do what I did and it costs you a weekend and about 300 bucks or so to do that. It's inconvenient. It's about an 8-hour drive to Haiti each way, so I don't suggest it, but that's what you need to do. On the banking topic, I believe, based on me being a Canadian citizen, that it's also good to have your main Canadian bank account and your secondary Canadian bank account at 2 different banking institutions to establish 2 debit cards. And you may say, well, why that? Because that's going to cost me $10 a month per account or whatever it is. The reason for that is simple. Just in case your debit card gets lost, stolen, misplaced, a number of activities that could happen with it, your account can be frozen from your debit card. And if it's your only source to your Canadian income, you want to be sure that that's not the way. So before you call to change that bank account, you can transfer money between your 2, let's call it TD Bank and CIBC. You can do that before you cancel one card and then wait for the process of 3 to 5 weeks to get your new replacement debit card sent to here in the Dominican Republic. Very, very important, believe me. Trial and error, I went through it. It is not fun to get stuck in this country with no access to your Canadian bank account. So it's all good, but it's one of those things that you have to think about as time goes on. So you have to consider also your income sources. So if you have money coming in from Canada, from whatever source that is, retirement money, pension, income property, or just drawing from savings, you want to be able to ensure an easy transfer back and forth. So the other thing is to really understand that before you choose whichever bank you want. Now, most of the banks here are generally the same. There are some that are more stringent than others, and others that seem more relaxed. But for me, I would suggest you say to yourself that you want to take literally the location in mind, the service staff or the bank manager or whoever you're going to deal with, their ability to speak your language, whether it's English or otherwise. We can give you referrals, of course, but these are the things I want you to think about. Number 2, health insurance. It's very important to get on the Dominican health insurance policies as fast as you can. There is a number of different policy providers. If you're Canadian, you're going to be used to things something like a Blue Cross or Blue Shield if you're in the US, or any other Manulife or any other ones like that. There are Dominican versions of those things. One is called Humano, the other one is called Universal. I'm with Universal, just by chance. But it's something for you to consider because those policies will run you between $45 and $85 American per month for very similar coverage to what you would expect in Canada, meaning it covers your emergency health, your well-being, your medicine while you're checked into the hospital, some eye care stuff, some helicopter or ambulance things if you need those things. If you need an emergency rum and coke or cerveza, that's a different source, not under your insurance, but you need to have insurance in this country. because it does not make any sense to take Canadian coverage for an extended period of time in this country. It'll cost you way too much money. We can give you those contacts and we can steer you in the right direction so you can get those questions answered for you. Next thing, you need to hook up a PayPal account. And you may say, well, I don't deal with PayPal. Well, you will, because PayPal does a number of things. You can hide your credit card information if you're buying stuff online. If you start sending a business or you start selling things online or between friends and colleagues, you can have them send it to your PayPal account. And that PayPal account does connect to a Dominican bank here, if you wish. It's called Banco Popular, and that'll help you. It doesn't cost anything for PayPal every month. It costs you on each transaction, but who cares? That is part of the process. And Banco Popular is exclusive with PayPal, so you may want to have your Dominican Republic bank account connected with PayPal with one bank and a separate account for your other business. It's up to you, but PayPal is essential here in the country. The next thing I'm going to talk about is something called CPS. I have no idea what it stands for, but literally it's a freight forwarding for everything related to mail if you want to receive things from the US or Canada. So basically they give you a Miami-based mailing address. So anytime you order things on Amazon or any other global website for online shopping, it's sent to Miami. It's then packaged together with other packages, put on a plane to Santo Domingo to Las Terrenas, and then you pick up your package securely in Las Terrenas at a secure location, so you don't have this porch pirate situation like happens in Canada and the US. It's quite simple though. For that service, it's $5 American per pound of items that you're delivering, so you have to be conscious of what you order. Do not order 24 cases of canned beans or beer, because that'll cost you way too much. But all your simple activities or your mail from Canada to the United States can get here very reasonably. You know, I can get my Amazon Prime to my Miami mailing address in less than 1 or 2 days. And then I add 1 week between Miami and Las Terrenas. So literally in a 10-day period, whatever I order online, I can get. The best part of CPS is that when you order it online, and then they send you a notification to an app, then you think, what did I order? And then you go to pick it up, and it feels like Christmas Day, because you forgot exactly what you ordered, but it's good. So it's reasonable, it's easy, it's affordable, and it's very convenient. Next thing I want you to do is set up an Amazon account. If you don't have an Amazon account already, you have a bigger problem than I know, but most people have an Amazon account. So I would get very used to using Amazon, because anything and everything that you cannot find in the Dominican Republic that serves whatever your situation is, whether it's certain spices, which is important, or certain favorite things. For me, it's salt and vinegar chips, ketchup chips, and a few other Canadian items. Those things I order online on Amazon. And I do even something better. I auto ship them. So once a month, I get 6 bags of my favorite chips from Canada, or whatever your things are, and they come here and they make you feel good. Again, like Christmas Day, every day or every month. Another thing I wanted you to do is set up a WhatsApp account. And a WhatsApp account is very important because WhatsApp is basically the phone system in the Dominican Republic now. Whether you're a business owner or a personal individual, WhatsApp is not popular in North America, generally speaking, but here it's like the entire phone system. You can share videos of any length, phone calls of any length, at zero cost. You can share files if you put WhatsApp on your desktop at any size, back and forth, and it saves a lot of time and energy. But let's pause for a second. Let's go to my right, because just randomly we have a nice bar to have a slice of pineapple, or, you know, let's not plan at all, but welcome to the Dominican Republic. Next thing, in your residence. Uh-oh. Traffic. Traffic. You have to turn around. Turn around. Look out. It's traffic. This is the biggest traffic jam. Oh, it's the coconut bus. I'm deadly serious when I say your commuting time is better and your laughter is much better when you see that kind of stuff. Okay, another point. Personal security. For a different reason. Because I've suggested to you to outsource all of the crap that you don't like to do in your life by hiring other people to do it, that includes, call it housekeeping or laundry or feeding your plants, whatever that is. In your home then, you need to really secure your personal items because you have other people coming and going, helping you with your life. So I would strongly suggest that you get a small personal safe, costs between $100 and $150 American, available at every hardware store in this country. And you install that in your home, your rental apartment, your office, whatever you want to do. And you put things in there like your passport, your absolutely unnecessary jewelry that you do not need in this country. You put all of that in there. You put your birth certificate and any other documents that you need in there because they're not needed. You don't have to have those open to the public. So for that reason, you just keep it safe and there's no issue. Okay, next point. When you arrive, you want to join groups because you're getting used to being in a different country, in a different vibe. You haven't experienced 4 seasons here, meaning spring, fall, winter, and summer. People come and go because there's winter people, there's summer people, and there's people like me that are year-round. But I would strongly suggest, if you go on Facebook and you go under groups, you can join, in my town, Las Terrenas, there's probably 20 groups. If you love dogs and cats, there's a group for you. If you like to have play poker, there's a group for you. But generally speaking, you can hear all the goings on, the activities and events. You can decide to participate or not. You can socialize by just watching from the outside with not participating. And you can get to know who the players are and who the participants are in the groups. It's very good because you're going to find other people with like-minded ideas inside those groups. Last thing one of the couple last things I'm going to say is, if you're from Canada, you're used to Kijiji. If you're in the United States, you're used to Craigslist. Here, the same versions of those. There is a Dominican version called Corotos, but for our purpose as expats living in a beach town, Facebook Marketplace resolves those issues. So if you're here for, you're just beginning and you're a bit of a cost-conscious person that you don't mind buying something secondhand, Facebook Marketplace, you can buy everything there because there's always people coming and going. So if you want to get, for your rental apartment, used cutlery and pots and pans and plates, furniture, knickknacks, all that kind of stuff, you can search and find that, give you alerts, use that as a resource tool to give you more information and more options to choose from than paying full price at any of the retailers in town. It's not going to replace everything in your life, but I bought some really cool things in there from people that have decided to leave. Even my motorcycle, Florence, who's like my number one in my life, I bought her for $350 American for a motorcycle off Facebook Marketplace. So there's lots to choose from in this country. There's lots of tools that are around you. There's lots of resources. Use us as part of your resource tool to find what is best to help you in your life. Okay? Last thing I'm going to talk about is if you're a Canadian or if you're American for your own country, I would strongly suggest that you register yourself as a Canadian citizen living abroad. For Canadians, that means you can go on the government website, put your email and your phone number down to get notifications on anything that is happening in the Dominican Republic that you feel or they may feel would be beneficial to you. I've done that for many years here, and it has been very quiet of course, but when the pandemic hit, I'm getting updates every week from the government of what I need to know about, how I need to do things, different government incentives that are there to help expats living abroad, or on how to get home in case of the beginning of this pandemic, and just to keep you generally up to date. It's free, it's good to be informed, and it comes right to your email or your text. So these are the top things I think about for you if you're going to come to this country and you're going to set yourself up in the first 90 days, the things that I suggest you do. So I'm Patrick Johnston. I'm the managing broker and co-owner of Terrenas Life, Go Dominican Life. We're here to serve you. We're a real estate company, but we're an education company to give you knowledge and set up your life in the proper way here in this country. So don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, tell us what you want to see next, and most of all things, you have my WhatsApp number right here, 829-525-1782. Take advantage of that. Text me 24 hours a day. I most likely will respond, but definitely from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. From Playa Bonita here in the Dominican Republic, in Samana. Welcome. Thank you. Adios.